let's talk about a rule we all hope you'll never have to use. That's the rule about who to contact if you get into a fender bender. Because when an accident happens, everyone's anxious to learn the cause so the accident isn't repeated. The job of determining cause has been given to the National Transportation Safety Board, or NTSB. And to do the job, the NTSB needs to know when accidents and some kinds of incidents occur so they can investigate them and so all of us can learn from their findings. Thus, the NTSB has some rules in what's called Part 830 that give you the definitions of aircraft accidents and incidents and tell you what you have to report and when you have to report it. First, the NTSB requires immediate notification of all accidents. And an accident is when any person suffers death or serious injury, or any time there is substantial damage to an aircraft, regardless of whether the occupants were injured. There are, as we mentioned, some incidents for which the NTSB needs immediate notification as well. One of these is if you have an overdue aircraft which may have been involved in an accident. Others include when any required crew member is unable to perform his or her normal flight duties due to in-flight injuries or illness, like when a bad potato salad asserts itself while you're flying and your passenger has to land the airplane, or if there is a flight control system malfunction or failure. You must also notify NTSB if there is an in-flight fire, but not a fire on the ground, or if you collide with another aircraft in flight. And finally, if there is $25,000 or more damage to property other than your aircraft, then that qualifies for immediate NTSB notification. To this point, we've been talking about alerting the NTSB when an accident or qualifying incident occurs. So, what happens after that? Do you have any other responsibilities? Well, if you said, "It depends, Pat," you'd be right. And quite possibly will find yourself on the fast track for a brilliant bureaucratic career. Now, you must always submit a written report within 10 days after an accident. But for the incidents we've discussed, although you do need to notify them, you only need to submit a written report if the NTSB requests it. After you've notified the NTSB about an accident, they're going to take control or custody of the aircraft wreckage. So before the NTSB investigators arrive to take custody, the wreckage should not be moved. Now that's understandable because they want to see everything exactly as it was. But if things could be damaged by leaving them where they are, then it's obviously better to move them. And finally, remember that the regulations say to contact the nearest field office of the NTSB, not the FAA. They are not one and the same. So there you have it. You hope you never have to use these bent airplane procedures, but if you do, at least you'll know who to call and what they'll be expecting from you.